we're going to move right along to our fifth show, and that is Constellation Park by David Beach, and it is directed by Josh Mullins. So take it away, Josh.
Hello. So this is Constellation Park. There's a little preface beforehand, so I'll read that. So Constellation Park, where do they put you when space runs out? New York City, 2034, 10 years after the big event destroyed most of North America, and now home to over 100 million displaced people. With over 2 million people dying every year, traditional burial space is non-existent, and cremation has been banned due to the toxicity and extreme fuel consumption. Lucy is almost dead, and she's in line to be processed in Constellation Park, in the new urban eco-cemetery, which disposes of bodies in an age-old way, yet in a new artistic way. Cast of characters. The role of Lucy will be played by Devin Glacier, 45, grew up in Ohio and is taken to New York after the big event. Lives in a commune in the Bronx with 2,000 others. Gabriel will be played by Reagan Cutler, ageless, the spirit who guides the almost dead through the process. And finally, the role of Cameron will be played by Chris Phillips, 45, Manhattan lawyer, has just lost his wife to cancer. Setting, Constellation Park, an urban eco-cemetery under the Manhattan Bridge. Midnight, a steamy summer weekend night under the Manhattan Bridge, which has shimmering vessels of lights hanging from its underbelly. It's perpetually dark since the big event 10 years earlier. Traffic whizzing by in both directions on the bridge. Gabriel and Cameron are sitting on a bench. Gabriel sits on the stage left edge of the bench, facing forward, rocking back and forth. He wears a long black coat, buttoned despite the heat. Cameron sits on the opposite edge at an angle, head propped up by the arm resting on the bench back, staring up towards a vessel of violet light somewhere to his right. He is completely in white. There's plenty of space between them. They sit in silence. Lucy stumbles into the area backwards from stage left. She is colorful.
Let go of me!
I beg your pardon?
Lucy stops, looks at Gabriel, and then above at the lights.
This ain't the hospital I was in after the big event 10 years ago.
No. Where were you?
Ohio. What was Ohio?
Ah, yes, I visited Ohio once.
All them lights. They're pretty.
Yes.
We never see the sun anymore. What are all them lights for? Am I dead?
Not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
The space between life and death.
So I'm gonna die?
We all are.
This what they mean, walking to the light?
Maybe.
You know, I was mixing up tuna salad at the deli, and this lunatic running, firing 3 shots in the air, says, "We need to get on the floor." Gloria, she's behind me, chopping up the lettuce. She don't take no shit at all. She grabs her cleaver, and she starts running at the lunatic, and she yells, "Bitches get stabbed, and you acting like a bitch." The lunatic grabs me,
And then what?
and then I got between Gloria and the lunatic.
Yes.
Last thing I remember.
And now? Have a seat.
Lucy sits between Gabriel and Cameron.
Where the hell am I?
Constellation Park.
A truck whizzes by above.
Whoa! Ain't that the Manhattan Bridge?
Yes.
I don't get it.
Processing station.
For?
Eternity.
Get out of here.
New York, 2034. Now over 100 million people since the big event destroyed the heartland. More than 2 million dying every year. No more space for the dead. Costs too much to restrict the remains to the outer lands that remain, and the air's too toxic to cremate. We harness science, respect humanity, what's left of it, and spirituality for those who still believe, and created this civic space to memorialize those who pass on. See all those lights under the bridge?
Yeah?
Those are methane lights fueled from distilled corpses.
Say what?
We take a corpse,
We?
Yes. Through microbial methanogenesis, anaerobic digestion breaks down all organic matter, distilling the remains into basic chemical and biological components.
No idea what you're saying.
Lucy looks around and pokes Cameron.
You understand any of this? Hello? Lights on, anyone home?
With no response from Cameron, Lucy looks back to Gabriel.
What's with him?
His wife just went through the process.
What the hell?
Microbial methanogenesis.
Yeah, I hear you, but I ain't getting what you're saying.
The body is placed in a vat and we add a special acid. The body liquefies, becomes biomass. We've used it with dead animals and waste for decades.
Now you're doing it with us?
Not toxic like cremation, and the biofuel replaces the energy used for the process. We call it the new urban eco-cemetery.
Lucy ponders this. She looks up at the glimmering lights hanging from the bridge.
Those lights.
Biofuel. Methane. They turn it into light.
So each one's like a soul?
One might see it that way.
Lucy pokes Cameron.
Hey, which one's your wife?
No response from Cameron. Lucy rises and stands in front of Cameron, pointing to the several lights above.
Which one's your wife?
Cameron stands, oblivious to Lucy. He moves towards stage right, staring upward, and then stops underneath a vessel of glowing violet.
Violet was your favorite color. People keep asking how I'm doing. I tell them I'm fine. I really mean not dead. Like what I would tell people when you were, how's Deborah? Well, she's not dead. I hope you liked your funeral. Your light shines in all the darkness. I'll never unsee you.
Lucy turns to Gabriel.
How long?
Just yesterday.
No. How long's the process?
Back in the 90s, when they started doing it, it could take up to 45 days.
Dang.
By the mid-teens, it was down to 3 days. Now it's just under 2 hours.
So...
Earlier today, her biofuel was put into a polymer memorial vessel, and we hung it from a bridge beam. She chose her own color. It's a beautiful sight when you look at the belly of the bridge. One color bleeds into the next. He's been here since the process.
Am I dreaming?
Sorry?
I'm dreaming. That's what this is. I'm waking up soon. Mister, can you help me? Yo! Mister!
Be kind! Everyone is fighting a battle. Anyhow, he can't hear you.
Why?
He's in life, you're not.
I'm dead?
Almost.
Can I go back?
No, it's your time.
Time for what?
To choose a color.
What do you mean, choose a color?
Everyone has a choice.
Lucy runs to Cameron, who is still staring up at the violet light of his wife. She tugs at his clothes.
Mister, can you help me?
You were right. Our letters were in the basement. All those letters when you were here and I was serving in the replacement forces, rescuing folks after the big event. You kept all of them. That whole time, you in New York, me out in the heartland, all electronic communication destroyed. Someday I'll let Jamie read them, but not yet.
Mister?
He can't hear you.
He has to. You can't be real.
I am real.
No.
It's time.
No.
What color do you choose?
What? Color?
Yes, you can choose your own color. Your color?
Lemon.
Huh. Lemon. Perfect. Now, please, go through that passageway.
Lucy stands and puts her hand on Cameron's shoulder. He looks up at her and smiles. Lucy exits.
Lemon, huh?
Lemon.
We don't have that up there yet.
No, we don't.
Another soul to illuminate our endless night.
More light.
And blackout. End of play.
Thank you guys so much. That was so great. All right, come take your bows. I don't know if you already did it. You already did it? Yeah, that's fine.